If there was ever something sexy about a bee house, it has to be this. Perfectly done. And it's obviously got to be this. I mean, just look at that. So beautiful around there. Un bon soupe.
De la soupe. Bien. Ouais.
Well, having a first walk around on the floor that's been done, I've waited 3 days. Well, this is day 3 after the pour. I'm going to try and show you, but the camera absolutely hates focusing on this because it doesn't have anything to focus on. But I'm only walking on the floor in socks because I can scratch it with my finger still and it takes a long time to drive. But extremely excited how this has turned out. Everything seems to be marked pretty well. All the stones, there might be 1 or 2 missing, but that's not a problem. We know where they are roughly, so we can put the machine back on. 1 missing there, but we know where that is. Everything is looking pretty peachy. The drain is just amazing. I'm going to uncover this later. Really, really pleased. Look at that, spot on. The other thing to mention is yesterday when I came in, the day after the pour, the guy who did it said basically do not leave the windows or doors open. You want it really humid in here so it dries the slowest possible. And it's also a perfect temperature. It's kind of overcast outside. That's why it's difficult to get pictures of this in here because it's difficult to get the lighting right. But long story short, the whole place was dripping in water, but all the walls that were insulated really weren't. But all the windows, you can see there's still humidity on the windows here now. But yesterday, everything was like damp, and today it's finally starting to dry out naturally. So it's a sign that the concrete is finally sort of cured, and now it's going to take that long process of it's up to 28 days to dry initially. So I'm not going to move anything on here for at least 3 weeks, which is fine because I've got loads to do. Plenty to do here, outside work. You can just see the size of the area now, though it's massive. So I'm really pleased. But, you know, as a result, it's done. Look at this finish on here. All that is just absolutely peachy. I actually raised up the tube on the left-hand side because I actually wanted to leave it open because the guy said, "Oh, block it under the plumber said block it further down there, and then basically you can we won't need it anymore." But now that tube is still open. If we ever had to replace those pipes that come up over there, we can do. I think the floor will change a little bit more as it dries, but it's pretty flat, no sanding necessary. I was actually looking up the properties of this floor, and it is a completely unique chemical. It's got some cement in it, but it's more of a bonding additive it's a thermal bonding additive specifically designed for underfloor heating, and it's got a very high rating against stress and breakages. So now, that is the top of the machine. I'll take the tape off after. That should be all neat. And you can see where there's a square around there, a slab around there, and a slab there. Well, you can just make them out, and that's where the power goes into the extraction line. It's all really good. That's the 4 feet for the extraction machine itself, and that is the support for the rack out the back that I put in. So overall, absolutely delighted with this finish, and the overall thing is it's done now. What I'm also quoting for now is also an epoxy resin that will be done probably when everything is in. I'm not sure whether to do it before or whether to do it after. Ideally before, then we've got a clean slate, but if I have to drill a couple of things twice, that's the problem with that. And I want it to be absolutely spot on when I put all the machinery in. I want it to be drilled perfectly. And now there should be no problem. But you just never know. Because I've got to drill with bolts, I've got to drill with fixings through that, which should go in really well, but I'm going to drill them really deep, and then all the machines are going to be sitting on a plate of AV block as well. So everything will be supported against vibration, which is brilliant. And then we've got to earth it all as well, which will be done on the main line on that one, but I'm going to put an extra earth in as well if I can, and that will give everything good security. Very important to earth everything in a honey house, because when you have water around the place and machinery, it ain't good if something touches the casing or something. But obviously this building is dead easy to earth because it's all metal. So, yeah, what a result. Well, this really does it for me. I've just taken off the tape around the drain and it looks like so good. Cop a load of that. If there was ever something sexy about a bee house, it has to be this. Perfectly done. And it's obviously got to be this. I mean, just look at that. So beautiful around there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.